Welcome back to Squawk. I'm Bruce Whitfield. Big concert spokesperson Domyan-Mudie has said that the money from the sale of food and beverages at the Bon Jovi concert on Saturday and the sale of merchandise from the Justin Bieber concert on Sunday were taken in a heist on Monday morning. Sometime in the early hours, somebody broke into a strong room which wasn't monitored by CCTV cameras in a remote part of the FNB Stadium. Initial reports suggest as much as 3 million rand was stolen. What does it mean for the allure of hosting concerts in South Africa? Did you enjoy the Bieber concert, incidentally?
Loved it, absolutely loved it. I managed to get to the front to catch his shirt as he threw it off into the crowd because I was taller than everyone else.
And you're not allowed to hit children, it's not fair. But your daughters are in the ideal Bieber demographic.
They dislike him intensely. No,
it's working.
She's 8 tomorrow. Yeah. She doesn't like him, my oldest.
Yeah. That's fantastic news. You've done something right.
Thank you. Yeah.
We could all get fatherhood lessons from Sasha Narishkin on how to make your children dislike Justin Bieber. A very rare beast. But here we've got a growing number. There's an academic at Northwest University in Potchefstroom who says since 2010, since we've had these big stadia, particularly Cape Town and at FNB Stadium, where R1 billion worth of economic value has been added to South Africa, the biggest act of which is which has been the most valuable act to South Africa the last 3 years.
In terms of
in terms of revenue.
Don't tell me it's that orchestra, was it?
The orchestra?
What's his name?
You're talking about a pop star here.
It is a pop star.
Yeah.
Oh, phew.
One that David would know.
Sure, I don't know.
Neil Diamond.
Really?
Neil Diamond.
Well, you can understand the person at that concert spending a lot more.
Absolutely. So Neil Diamond, he did 4 concerts in South Africa. He did Durban, Port Elizabeth, Cape Town, and Joburg.
What was he singing? Haba Nagila or
Song Blue.
Song Blue, Sweet Caroline, that sort of stuff. But Neil Diamond has been the most valuable pop act in South Africa over the last 3 years.
Bring him back.
You got Lady Gaga in, and you got all of these other sort of superficial individuals.
He never got a _1.
Did he not?
Check that.
But he wrote songs that did go to
No. He never, ever got a _1.
Oh. Which, and in fund management, you never have to be the #1 performer year in and year out. You just have to be the top
like the
quartile.
Grateful Dead, the same thing. They had a cult following and that. Great concerts and that, but never had a... Nah, come on.
Some of us are just grateful that they are there. Are we under... I mean, the producers asked me to ask this question. This is not my question. I don't think that the heist of a safe in a stadium the day after a concert is any threat at all to South Africa's burgeoning concert industry.
No, I think it's brilliant. I just think that the mind of them, how they plan it. If they could only use that in more resourceful businesses, it would be better. But I mean,
exactly
the planning of that. I love those heists. I love the way that they plan and do it. You make movies about that. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have had Ocean 11, 12, 13, and so on.
The difference is nobody's going to make any money out of a movie about the heist at FNB Stadium because nobody makes money out of a South African movie.
How are you going to spend all those rands? It's very difficult to actually spend that money.
Oh, I think
this is a money launderer.
Someone's making a movie about that famous Krugersdorp Standard Bank heist in the late 70s.
Nightingale, what was it?
Nightingale.
Mr. Nightingale.
Absolutely.
Someone's actually making a movie about
We did some calculations the other day. He got away with...
$1 million, and you said if he had invested it in a money market, it would be worth 7 or 8.
About 8 million.
But if
you'd invested it in if the Nightingale, sorry about this distraction incidentally, we're just having a bit of fun here, but the Nightingale, very famous robber in the West Rand, went and basically did a big tunnelling job, broke into a safe, stole R1 million. If that R1 million had been invested at an average of 6% per annum over the last 37 years, it would be worth 8.6 million rand. Had Satrix 40 existed back in 1977 when the robbery happened and the Nightingale had put the money into Satrix 40, and you believe what Mike Brown, the founder of Satrix, tells you, where the money doubles in value every 4 years at an average return of 22.5% per annum, that money now would be worth 256 million rand, which is just another great illustration. And even more in the last few days, 258, 259 million. Yeah. But it just goes to show, people talk about the compounding effect of interest, but the compounding effect of growth on a market It gives you
Amazing.
a really nice.
But R1 million in those
extrapolation.
days was a lot of money.
It was.
You could buy a house
Yeah.
for 30 to
Yeah,
50,000
it was a
rand.
massive amount of money.
Yeah, so he got away with
He got away
with
with the
quite a lot of money.
equivalent of.
If somebody then
I would-
phoned in,
yeah.
a Rhodes University educated economist, so we know that it's top quality stuff. He did CPI calculations over that 37-year period. He had a spreadsheet and said that in terms of CPI, that million in today's money is worth 60, 70, 80 million rand or thereabouts.
Does someone
it's
really
substantial.
steal money to invest it, Bruce?
Okay, listen, don't need to ruin the entire hypothesis. No need to ruin the entire hypothesis. So, concerts are safe, we'll be absolutely fine, and if anybody has got some money to burn and wants to make a movie, I'm sure Ronnie Apteka, the man behind Material, would love to go and spend 10 million rand of your money to make a movie that probably won't get that kind of return.